What's up, homegirls? ¿Qué onda, morras? Buenos días, tardes, o noches, since I don't know when you're listening to this. I hope your day is going good, or at least better than yesterday. Welcome to Te Crees Muy Muy, the podcast para las homegirls who are healing, growing, and figuring life out, sin plan, con flow. I'm your host, aka your Chicana homegirl from Cali, Stephanie, and as always, muchísimas gracias for pressing play and hanging out with me. And your reminder of the day, morra, el tren no se fue, tú vales oro, no migajas. Agárrate las pestañas y vámonos. Now, let's get into it. What's up, homegirls? Happy holidays. Welcome to episode 6 of Te Crees Muy Muy podcast. This is my, I guess you can say, recap of my trip to Poland. I hope everyone is enjoying their time off. I went to Poland earlier this month for about 10 days. I never imagined myself out there. Why Poland, you may ask? I know, hello random, right? And yes, little disclaimer, you know the drill, I'm still reading off a guide. But honestly, it felt like a spiritual trip. I felt like God really spoke to me while I was there. And I don't want to sound all dramatica because I know some of y'all are going to be like, girl, it was just 10 days. But that trip put a lot of things into perspective for me, so let me go ahead and get into it. Guilt showed up for me in Poland even though I wasn't doing anything wrong. It showed up when I felt like I wasn't doing enough. When I didn't wake up hella early to start doing tourist things, sightseeing, trying all the food, checking things off a list, I felt like I should be doing more than what I was doing. Nothing bad was happening. I was safe, I was fine, but resting honestly felt hella irresponsible. It felt like even my rest needed to be productive. Being alone exposed that I see myself as scared, but also resilient. Like I might be shaking my botas, but I'm still going to figure it out y ponerme las pilas. I realized that I can be my own person. I'm responsible for my own choices, and in those moments, no one was meddling, no one was correcting me, it was just me. I love the feeling of not having any responsibility towards anyone but me. I still live with my parents, and that has its own realities, but for those 10 days, it was just me. No needing for me to translate, help fill out forms, or drive them anywhere. It brought me peace, freedom, and a bit of loneliness, but a calm kind of loneliness. Did that make sense? It was also a double-edged sword. Living with my parents has comfort, but boundaries get blurred. In many Latino households, even as adults, codependency is real. Society doesn't always understand why someone like me is still living at home at soon to be 39, actually in a couple days. I can't afford to move out, and the rent alone makes it impossible right now. What felt uncomfortable about slowing down was feeling like I was wasting my day, like I wasn't being smart about my trip. There was so much to do and see, and I felt like I wasn't taking full advantage of being there. I kept thinking I should have seen more. But at the same time, real talk, my body wasn't letting me adjust to the time zones. A 9-hour difference. Jet lag is real and she's a bitch. Exploring for me ended up looking different and turned into getting lost, sitting down, people watching, realize how other people live, and realizing you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Another thing I kept sitting with was privilege, not in a loud way, but in a quiet, uncomfortable way, realizing how easy it is to move through life not knowing certain histories and still be okay, being able to travel, observe, learn, and leave. That's the privilege. At first, I felt out of place. Different language, different rhythm, and then I got used to it. That surprised me. Physically, I felt better over there. I didn't think much of it at first. I just noticed my body feeling lighter. I didn't really have any of my usual symptoms. Maybe a couple of times here or there, and those were more likely PMS. I was eating foods that back home I usually don't eat, but over there it didn't bother me. I was shocked. Hey homegirls, before you keep listening, did you know I made y'all a journal? It's a short, cute 15 pages para que no andes toda confundida. Sí, un journal. It's called El Journal de Mis Life Shoulds. It's not a miracle fix. Let's keep it real. It's not a whole heal in 10 days type of thing, because let's be real, you've been carrying all this shit since you were younger. It's a small, simple tool to help you check in with yourself instead of bottling everything up. I made 2 versions, PDF if you want to print it and actually write it like right inside, or a Google Doc if you want to do it from your phone. Think of like heal on the go, right? And girl, si tienes tiempo de andar allí stalking your ex-boyfriend for 20 minutes on any social media platform, you got time pa esto. Y esto honestly, it's better for you. The link is in my bio. Now, let me go ahead and get back to this episode. I wasn't doing anything drastically different. I walked a lot, explored, went to adoration, got lost, and my body felt completely different. I never once felt unsafe, even though I didn't speak the language and I'm a girl. You know what I mean by that. But the crazy part is that sometimes I slept less, ate less, not on purpose. I got ready, I did my hair and makeup, and I didn't care about my body or how I looked. It was so freeing. Part of me feels like I need to become an entrepreneur to have the freedom to live a slower life. That's why I'm treating this podcast like a business, while also asking God for wisdom on how to connect with other women and grow a community so they don't feel alone in this journey. I don't think I have it in me to be an influencer. My system needs a break, but I know I can't take one right now. I just landed a full-time gig, but it's temp. And I'm grateful for it, even if it's not perfect and my body is flaring up right now. It's an opportunity to pay down debt and maybe, possibly late summer, take another trip to Europe. This trip also brought grief. Grieving a pace of life that I don't think I can fully recreate here in California, at least not right now. Not unless I make a lot of money. And I don't mean that in a greedy way. And when I say that, I mean security, less stress, options, maybe being my own boss. This trip made me realize how much of the lifestyle I want is tied to money. That didn't make any sense. Rewind. This trip made me realize how much of the lifestyle I want is tied to money. I want more time, more flexibility, more control over my day. At the same time, it was a reality check. Learning not to put all your eggs in one basket just because you're hoping your side hustle, for me, this podcast and digital products, turns into your main thing. It can happen, but it doesn't happen fast. We're so used to instant gratification, we forget building something sustainable takes time. No matter what, we've always have stressors. We need money to live, to survive. That part doesn't disappear just because you want to live a slower life. So the grief isn't just about missing a different pace. It's about being realistic about where I'm at and understanding that wanting more doesn't cancel out the reality that I'm living right now. When people ask what I saw or what I did, I never fully know how to explain it to them. I can't translate it cleanly. I can't summarize it, but it doesn't matter. It happened and changed me, and that's it. So that's kind of like a recap of my trip of Poland. I went to Krakow and I was there total of 10 days. And let me tell y'all, it was quite the adventure. No color people, people of color. My bad. I said that backwards. Yeah. So I flew in. So I went from SFO to Copenhagen, and then from Copenhagen to Poland. No hay vuelos directos. And total travel day from here, Cali, to over there was about 15 hours, because once I landed in Poland, I landed in Warsaw, which is the capital, I believe. Me tuve que tomar un tren de 3 hours to Krakow. And obviously it was I got there on a Friday, I believe. And let me tell you, the stares I was getting, because como les dije, allá no hay personas de color. I remember this guy sat next to me. There was like a seat between us. Y el morro young dude no disimilaba. He was just hella looking at me. But honestly, I was so concentrated on not losing focus of where I needed to get off, because el tren sí te dice the stations first in Polish and then te dice en inglés, but that's it. And obviously, here's the thing that I noticed hella stuff. So here in the United States, no tenemos an official language, but yet people are saying English is the official language. It's not. Say what you want on the United States. I don't want to get off like subject or whatever, but the United States, as much as it gives, it also takes, right? Aquí en los Estados Unidos son really accommodating. Ves cosas en español, en inglés, Chinese, different language, right? Different languages, I mean. Y allá sí había cosas en inglés, pero very, very limited. So I was hella focused because I was like, dude, si me equivoco y me bajo the wrong place, ¿cómo lo voy a hacer? And I mean, yeah, there's Google Translate, but still. Luckily, when I needed help, everyone that I asked was super duper nice. Sí se van a hablar inglés, pero mucho, but still, like, me encomendé a Dios and I was like, God, help me, please. There is pros and cons to traveling alone. This isn't the first time I travel alone. A couple years ago, fui a Hawaii. I went to Honolulu for about, I think it was 5 days. Pero obvio es diferente. It kind of does suck because, por ejemplo, cuando tenía que ir al baño, me tenía que agarrar the big stall porque I had una maleta grande and then a little backpack in my purse. So a veces no podía cerrar the stall. So then me tenía que, pues, esperar either so it could become available or somehow, like, make it fit. Obviously, if I was traveling with someone else or with people, pues, hey, watch mi maleta hella quick en lo que voy al baño type of thing, right? Also, too, when from Poland back to over here to California, I switched my flight, so I was actually traveling from Krakow. Y para mí, se me hizo como like a small airport, kind of like San Jose, of like 2-story. If you've ever been to the airport in San Jose, you guys know que son 2-story and stuff. It kind of reminded me also too of the one in Sac. But anyways, se hizo un desmadre. And then from Krakow to Copenhagen, it was like an hour and a half. You guys, for the immigration portion of it, había 4 windows open y somehow I ended up in the slowest lane. Y'all, la morra, and granted, my emergency is not her priority, and I get it. La morra estaba durando un chingo revisando los pasaportes. She literally was taking hella long y las otras líneas avanzaban, but by the time I wanted to like jump into the other lane, ya se había ido hella gente and I couldn't. So I just couldn't, like, I wasn't going to cut people, if that makes any sense. So even the coworkers were like low-key kind of looking over like, dude, ¿por qué está durando, right? So eventually había 2 people in front of me. Y'all, so I don't know if it was like the security del airport or like ticket agents from SAS airline, which is Scandinavian. Una señora gritó, is there anyone here going to San Francisco? Bruh, I panicked. It was myself and like 4 other people, like those 4 other people in the back raised their hand. She grabbed them y los puso atrás de mí. And the girl was still taking her time after she saw everything. So then ya eventually me tocó the window. She literally asked me twice, different times, que a dónde fui, how long I was there for. Okay. Y literally, I have a brand new passport porque ya lo renové. She was literally looking at all the pages and I was like, dude, se me va a ir el avión, right? And I flew business class, so el boleto me costó my unborn child and my left eye. So dije, if it has to get rescheduled and I have to pay a difference, like, no sé cómo lo voy a hacer because este boleto is hella expensive. So I was hella panicking. Right. And then you could tell other people were like going that way too, because I've other like obviously other flights, and you could tell, and I could hear people whispering in like in English, like, why is she taking so long? Or we're gonna miss our flight or connecting flight or whatever. So then yeah, she helped me. Y'all, lo bueno que no traía un carry-on y no traía otra maleta. I fucking booked it. I don't know how fast I was running and I felt so dumb, but I even friega, and of course it's all the way at the end to the left. I was like running, and I don't know what happened to the other people. No sé if they eventually las subieron como en un little cart y las llevaron. I don't know what happened, but I believe like some of those people were also in business class. Y me fui, and when I got to the counter, it already said closed on la pantalla, and I was like, oh, I missed it, and then I had priority boarding, but at this time it didn't matter. Y me fui al priority, y me ayudó la morra, la señora, hella fast, and I was like, am I good? She goes, yeah, you're good. I'm like, oh, there's still like 3 other people or 4 other people coming. She hella ignored me. I think she probably already knew. Y'all, I was stressing so bad. I was like, aquí I'm gonna have to pay, no como lo voy a hacer, I don't have hella money, blah blah blah, or whatever. Oh, and here's another thing too. So since I flew out from SFO, I had all the airports, I had access to the lounge or their sister lounge, right? Tell me why I'm sitting in like eating a little bit of like food, and then I get a text message, y'all, from Bank of America saying that if I made this charge, and it was some weird ass like charge, and I was like, no. I log in to my account. There was a whole bunch of charges from like a good almost $1,000 charges de $200 back to back. I forgot. I think it was a sports store. I think it was Dick's or something in like New Jersey or New York. I straight panicked because then me mandaron another text message that my account had been restricted or it was like frozen. I was like, no, what do you mean? Like, I'm gonna use my debit card over here because no cambia dinero. So then I had to call my bank, and they're like, oh no, you can add it to your wallet. Y'all, it was a fucking mess. And then once I got to Poland and stuff, cambié $100, and honestly, it's not their fault. It is what it is. Me dieron the exchange rate hella low. So lesson learned there and stuff. I felt super duper safe. Los streets, hella clean. Nunca miré perros callejeros at all. Sí me gustó. Totally worth it. I went to Auschwitz. So sad, y'all. Super duper sad. I think that if you have the opportunity to go, especially right now in los tiempos que estamos, totally go. And it's crazy to think that some people don't even believe that the concentration camps and everything happened. That's crazy. That's so irresponsible to say. Muy triste, especially some of the places cuando mirabas la ropa de los prisoners. One of the main reasons that I wanted to go is because quería a ver si había más historia about, look up, y'all, even if you're not like Catholic or religious or anything, Father Maximilian Kolbe, he's a Catholic saint. It's Kolby. Y yeah, miré donde estaba. Obviously, like I said, the flight me costó muchísimo. If I'm able to fly business class again, I'm totally gonna do it. Go to Te Crees Muy Muy podcast on Instagram, and I finally made a TikTok. Y'all go check it out. Hice un tour of my seat, but because I have the type of seat que se hace como una cama. But it's kind of choppy, and my voiceover doesn't match the video, because part of it too, I wanted to be mindful and respectful of filming other people, porque como estábamos, some of the stuff lo grabé on the way there and some majority on the way back, pero como I was one of the last ones to board, everybody was already sitting down, y pues I couldn't do anything. I got an amenity kit, me dieron I don't keep it, but tenía una cobija, brand new, a pillow, earphones que like se cuelgan, access to hella movies. Nos dieron mucha comida, but I fucked up, and I don't really like meat. Ever since I got sick, I have like a love and hate relationship with meat. But anyways, y me puse vegetarian, but somehow I put gluten-free in something. So some of the food no me gustó, sabía muy fea, but it's not their fault. Yo me equivoqué. As soon as I sat down, me ofrecieron both way there and back, me ofrecieron warm cashews, y me dijeron que si quería champagne or wine or a beer. Yo escogí like a ginger ale, and I think because of all the stress that I was under, like corriendo, que se me iba el flight, and a day before at night I had a flare up, and ya no me sentía bien the whole way there. Lo bueno es que no me pude dormir, but I popped like 3 Tylenol. Y'all, like, no me sentía bien. No me pude dormir, pero sí pude descansar. Eventually, the headache went away. But yeah, I'm all over the place with the summary, but I know that it's a privilege, and that's why I said it earlier that I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do this again. Yes, I felt hella out of place. I was the only person of color, I believe, both ways. You could tell que nada que ver, that like it was my first time because había un chingo de botones and stuff and I couldn't figure out the bed. Estaba bien tiesa. It was so funny. But all the flight attendants, both the men and the women, super duper nice. Muy buena gente. Nunca me hicieron cara. I didn't feel like unwelcomed. So yeah, shout out to them. Anyways, I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much. I may drop another one Thursday, which is the 1st, or on the 3rd, because the 3rd's my birthday of January. Que pegado, huh? I usually make the joke that I have one of the worst birthdays because it's not even the 31st or the 1st, it's the 3rd. And either everyone is still broke, hungover, or on a diet, you know? Shout out to all the Capricorns out there. Anyways, so I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Okay, what y'all think of that episode? Les gustó? Not so much? Did it make y'all ponder or just be like, esta morra no sabe nada? I just want y'all to feel seen and understood, not stressed out. Anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next episode. And remember, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got, by Henry Ford. Thanks for stopping by. Share, comment, and engage. Don't forget to follow this podcast on Instagram at Te Crees Muy Muy Podcast. Go engage and invite other homegirls. Let's build that community. If you want, feel free to DM me for topics. And with that, I'll catch you next time. Bye.